Not so long ago, I asked you if you would be interested in me doing some reviews about low tier tanks, because obviously we all have to start somewhere and it could be interesting for some players. And the vast majority of you said yes. So today is the day. Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to take a look at something special. It's the Keiho Tier 4 Japanese light tank. And when I say it's special, it's not because in my eyes it is. It's because it really features a special mechanism that I'm sure not a lot of you saw. Despite being, in my opinion, one of the greatest tier 4 you can acquire completely for free, even if it's a collectible, it was available during a battle pass. So if I'm not mistaken, the first battle pass, you had the possibility of getting the tier 4 for free. I'm not sure about what I'm saying. If it's not the case, then, well, you couldn't get it for free, or you could get it for free before, back in the good old days when it was still a thing in the tech tree. Basically, this thing you're seeing right there has something special, which is his gun. As you can see, it features 100 average damage per shot, whereas when you take a look at the other regular tier 4 tanks, you will have something like 140. And you're probably already thinking, well, okay, it has something special, but that makes it bad because apparently it has less alpha damage than the others. Yes, but you have a better DPM, and this is what counts right there, because with 100 average damage, you will reload in 4.6 seconds. And trust me, having this kind of DPM, 1.3k at tier 4, is definitely gonna do the difference. On top of that, the accuracy of that thing is just impeccable when we compare it to other tanks of the same tier, 0.30. And for the rest, it does the job perfectly. 50 kilometers per hour maximum, you have a good turn rate, you don't have any armor, but hey, you are at tier 4, so what did you expect? If you're not playing a Panzer B2, you can forget about it. Now, of course, something a little bit weird to notice about the tank, and that I like about the Japanese, it seems like they are making tanks out of, I don't know, out of nothing because of the look, but most importantly because of how the turret is not centered on the tank. I mean, it's probably a design problem or something like that. There must have something right there if we take a look at the specificities of the tank, but we're not here to do that. But having the turret not exactly centered means that if you try to side scrape from one side or another, you will get easily penetrated, especially on this side right here. But trust me, you are not going to side scrape with it, so in the end, it doesn't seem like it's a problem. Now, out of nowhere, let's talk about the equipment. Briefly, obviously, because it's a tier 4, but we have a gun rammer, enhanced gun lane drive, and the refined gun. Having those three ones allow me to reload faster and have a better accuracy overall. For the vitality, I go for the defense system because I'm not gonna ram anyone. Improved assembly because, as I just told you, you don't have any armor, so you would rather count on your hit points. Toolbox because an strike is useless. Improved optics because you're not gonna camp. Engine accelerator because your mobility is good, so why not improve it just a little bit. To finish off with a high-end consumable because with 4.5 seconds of reload, boys, you really want to be able to use adrenaline for a longer period of time. But the subject of that video is not necessarily to focus too much on the Keiho because of its tier 4. I mean, you have 10 degrees of gun depression, so all you need to do is peekaboo from Healy position like I'm gonna do the whole game, so just watch the game to know how to play it. But I would like to talk about those tanks that have something specific. Beside the Halloween tanks, where Wargaming publicly advertised their specificities, for example, the Smasher doesn't lose penetration over the distance. We have the Annihilator that is sneaking 3 shots at the same time. The Helsing, it's 2 shots. We have the Dracula that automatically repairs the tracks, etc, etc. But when it comes to the regular tanks, Wargaming is not advertising this, and I think it's a shame because it would make them popular again. I guess it's the YouTuber's job, and this is why today we talk about it. But most importantly, I just figured out that most of the time when you have a tank that has a lower alpha damage compared to other tanks of the same tier, but a better DPM, you do better. That's it, because in the end, what counts is the DPM rather than the alpha damage, because with the DPM, you are able to be more versatile. Because obviously, if you take a look at the AV1A3, yes, you have 1.3k damage per shot if you're lucky enough to penetrate your hash, but it comes to a price, and that price is nearly 20 seconds of reload. And with 20 seconds of reload, you will never be as effective as something that can sneak multiple shots at the same time, because you have to pick your target. Because yes, when everyone is full life, you would rather have an heavy 183 to shoot a Hessian, but if everyone is low life, what's the point of having 1.3k deep alpha damage if all the enemies are only 500 hit points and below? None. And this is why, for example, a Hori is going to be much more useful than an heavy 183 if we take a span of multiple games, like 100 or 1000. You will see that on statistics. I'm 100% sure that the Hori skill with the same players having the same skills, the Hori is going to do better. And it's the case of the Kiho as well, because it's quite an underrated tank. At tier 4 you don't see them that many, because most of the time people don't like still clubbing. They would rather play high tier for credits, for skill, for adrenaline. But to be fair, from time to time playing tier 4 is something I would encourage you to do, boys, because despite having the possibility of destroying every single noob you're gonna encounter, which makes it easy, it's also relaxing. It's always relaxing to be able to just play your little tank, having some fun, not necessarily think about any tactics, you're not gonna rage. It's stress relief, let's say it like this. Now, of course, for the Kyo, it's even more, because the tank itself is really good. It's the same as the Panzer B2, but I would rather play the Kyo, because the Panzer B2, even if it has that special spanking, the Kyo has something which is the mobility, and personally I would rather play with mobility than the armor, but overall the Panzer B2 is a better tank, to be fair. If you have to choose, and even myself, if I had to choose and keep only one in my garage, I will keep the Panzer B2. That being said, what else could I talk about concerning that tank? Despite the gun, which is probably one of the greatest at tier 4, I don't know, I don't have anything else to say, boys. So what we're gonna see is the death of that 820, which is probably thinking, no, I'm gonna die, with the Panzer Gargoyle coming in his ass and boom, getting big derp hit. Alright, we got 4 kills, we got 1.7k damage, and at tier 4, the cool thing is 1.7k damage is enough for you to get an ace tanker. Bang, that's it, we got it, without even getting 1000 experience. But hey, who cares, we got what we wanted. And that's it. So yeah, to finish off what I was saying, truly try to get the Kyo. If you had it in the past, but you sold it even before the 5.5 update, you can still send a ticket to Wargaming for them to send it back to you for free. Maybe they will take out some credits from your account, maybe the price of the tier 4, but it's like 60,000. So with the new 8.5 economic, it's not going to be a problem to be able to buy it back. But truly, if you have the chance to get it in your garage and you don't play it anymore, give it a second try, because guys, it's definitely worth it. Personally, I'm gonna see you soon for a new video, and waiting for that, I'm gonna say have a good day. Bye.